Hello, Shadow Realm. It is Mega Guy 2222 back again today with,
Wolf Duelist, as always.
Wolf, you mind going and introducing the set for us? It is Magician's Force this time.
Well, why do I have to introduce it if you just said what it was?
Oh, I meant like, well, okay, I guess I'll do it this time then. Anyway, this set has a good amount of spellcaster support in it, probably most notably being Dark Magician Girl having released in this set. It's like,
Yes, Dark Magician Girl and Dark Paladin
yeah, I forgot about Dark Paladin.
and
More practically for our
and
purposes,
Buster.
Old Vindictive Magician.
Old Vindictive Magician is a classic here, but also I just want to say, if you haven't seen the first episode, I pulled Dark Magician from the Legend of Blue Eyes pack. So I was really excited to finally get some more Dark Magician support in this set. Why don't we see how that ended up, huh? Why don't we see how that ended up?
You ready to jump into it?
Ready as I'll ever be. Let's go.
Let's go then. It appears that you will be making the first move this time.
Indeed. Since we're on the subject of Magician's Force, um, I guess I'll ask you, what would you say your favorite type is so far? Like,
Uh,
of the cards that we're allowed to use, like, which one do you think is the most viable at this point in the game?
I'm actually not sure. I just usually run a mishmash based on whatever like seems useful at the time. It's like I don't really have a specific type strategy I use.
Hmm.
If I had to
I
say,
mean,
I'd say probably either warriors or fiends at this point. Got the good old
I'd
pot of
say
greed.
I'd say at this point, yeah, I agree with you. It's probably between fiends and spellcasters with warriors thrown in there as well.
Either
Yeah,
way,
and of course, we're starting off with the classic pot of greed.
I think this is actually the first episode I used Ryo as my slaves for. Now that I'm thinking about it.
And also, it appears you have changed your profile picture in the top corner. You are no longer.
Yes, I am a World
Um,
Chalice Guard Dragon now instead of Gel and Duo.
that being said, I kind of like World Chalice Guard Dragon.
It's like,
He doesn't look like a dragon though. He just looks like a little dog.
yeah, that's what I've always thought. Either way, though, fun fact: Thunder King Ryo was actually one of the first Yu-Gi-Oh cards I've ever owned.
Hmm. Well, my sleeves are Dark Paladin because for the longest time it was like my favorite card because of the artwork. Well, no, my favorite card was Dark Magician, but I really love the artwork of Dark Paladin.
It's pretty nice. Oh, you got the guard.
Oh, but I say I'm sorry. Yeah.
You got the tribute
Gravekeeper's
summon.
Guard beatdown. Let's go. Oh, Tribute Summon. Did I have Genzo?
You do.
It's Android Psycho Shocker. Let's go.
Does not look like I
and
have
then
anything to counter this.
and I love how you just say that's evil. I respect it. Oh man. See, that's the thing about the both of us. Our humor is an equal level of bad.
You say bad, I say majestic. Killed the
Oh,
emergency
our
provisions
humor is
there.
yeah, but hey, emergency provisions is emergency provisions.
Actually, no, I wouldn't have killed it because, like, wait, I don't think Maydol kills spell cards, though, does it? Because it just turns it back to its face down, like if it's, yeah, there you go.
Yeah, yeah, I'm realizing that. I'm like, wait a minute, that's not a trap.
I mean, might as well be.
Why on earth would I set a trap with Jinzo on the field?
That's a good point. I mean, like, it's like sometimes I do wonder why emergency provisions just straight up isn't a trap card.
Well, well, actually, did we forget how Bait Doll works? We honestly just keep forgetting how Bait Doll works.
This would be so much simpler if we just had MST.
take a shot every time we mess up how bait doll works.
Or Royal Command for that
And
matter.
I what and Royal Command.
Yeah, the one that negates flip monsters from back in Spell Ruler. Not Spell Ruler, the Labyrinth of Nightmare.
Oh yeah, that was bad. That was bad.
Like seriously, we made so many misplays. Wolf actually had to point out another one in the comments of the Labyrinth of Nightmare episode.
Yes, I did. I comment on every single episode because apparently comments and likes are what helps the YouTube algorithm. So
Either way, I have my own
I'm
Grey
trying
Creature
to help.
shard.
Yes, you did. But Jinzo is back in my hand again, and so I have a monster face down, so I could possibly just bring it back next turn.
I mean, maybe, but at least she's off the field for now. Oh,
That's
I have something
fair.
on in phase.
Oh, is it trap dust
Oh,
shoot?
it's Secret
Well,
Barrel.
no, not secret barrel. No,
It's not the
Mega.
world right now, but it's also not the
I'm,
best.
I'm only gonna tell you this one time. Stop playing with fire.
See, apparently I got something good coming up next, though.
Oh no, wave motion cannon.
Oh no!
I called it wave motion cannon.
I legitimately didn't think I got that this early in like the episode. I thought I didn't use that till Dark Crisis.
Yeah, wave motion cannon is. I love my reaction. Just no, and now I'm spamming no in all caps
I mean, you got to add it,
because
but
I
then
am.
also, side note, I built this set this deck horribly. I put in Swarm of Scarabs instead of Old Vindictive Magician, like smart people do.
You pulled the best card in this set and you didn't use it.
Yeah, I guess I just didn't realize I had it because I put in Swarm of Scarabs and Swarm of Locusts instead of the thing that doesn't need to survive a turn.
Yeah. Also,
I mean, I guess I could justify Swarm of Locusts. It's spell and trap removal, but it's just like, why was I on Swarm of Scarabs? I don't. I'm just like, why I checked my deck after the fact. I'm like, why did I do that? There's your old Vindictive.
indeed, he he's old and he's vindictive. Did you just type dot dot dot? Oh,
I had to desk
also
tomorrow.
I love my line on the side of like, well, if we're
I do have to chain
how about we
destruction.
let chaos reign?
Wolf of Chaos Reign is not for another 2 sets.
It, I think in that moment I was just like I got so angry that I was just remembering a line from an old Uno video. Guys playing Uno, guy was ticked off, and he said, "Well, how about we just let chaos reign then?"
Also, you are welcome for me thinning out your deck there. I just didn't want you having those other 2 old Vindictives. They were kind of annoying.
Hey, look, our decks are just about even at this point.
Yeah, I think this is one of the only episodes you were on 40 plus deck on.
Well, no, that's actually been consistent recently, but I mean, it's got to change up here going forward.
For reasons that will soon be revealed.
Yep. To
Actually,
think
no.
we're almost caught up and we're almost out of the Shadow Realm DX Duelist cut.
Yeah, we got one more episode after this, that being Dark Crisis, because Invasion of Chaos is pre-recorded at this point.
Yep. And then once we do that, we'll be going to live duels. And I think for that, I need to talk to you after this is done because I have an idea
Sure.
to make things a little bit more interesting.
All right, I suppose we will discuss that behind the scenes then. But as of right now, I am just going to use the Wave Motion Cannon because there's no way I'm surviving next turn.
You're one of those people who's like, well, if I can't win, I'll do as much damage as possible. And
Exactly, but then you
just
just heal it with.
emergency provisions, get it all back. Oh yeah, I was running Pineapple Blast.
I legitimately do not remember why you. I don't remember if you ever explained why you were on that because it's just like normally you have field advantage over me anyway.
No, I think at that point I was thinking, well, if I ever get like behind, usually I think at this point in the game my thought was, well, you usually are quicker at getting your big monsters on board, and once you do, there's nothing I can do about it. It was basically just a counterplay to that
Uh,
because for some reason you just have the faster plays.
well,
So, but yeah, as you know, I haven't used it since. Maybe it'll come up again in the future, but I don't think at this point this is something I want to use.
yeah, it's like I think part of the issue is like I tend to have more field presence. You tend to have more like cards in your hand.
Yeah, which is why your secret barrel works so well against me.
It's like because your deck is just kind of designed around keeping hand advantage, whereas mine just burns through cards like crazy, which can like both have their ups and downs. Like on the one hand, sometimes you'll just brick and not have anything you can use in your hand, but on other occasions, just like I'll just have no cards in my hand and be relying on my top decks.
Speaking of which, that it actually makes me think because of the way you use your cards specifically to counter the fact that I keep a lot of cards in my hand. I'm for lack of a better term, I guess you could say I'm very conservative with my plays, like with the cards in my hand. So that's why your secret barrel works. Could you imagine anime card of sanctity plus like triple secret barrel?
That would be broken. It's like, and then knowing me, I just draw into my wave motion cannons after that.
You killed my magical merchant.
I want to risk it being a Gargus. I think I have a tribute monster in my hand right now. There, I still want to risk it being a Guard in general because I have something else I want to do. So he will not be merching today.
Yeah, joke's on you. I switched back to Gravekeepers and just play Necrovalley next turn.
I got the triple Raigeki break for you if you try it.
Fair enough.
And the Desk Koala. He actually gets to do his job this time and burn for
Inflict
2K.
400 points of damage for every card in my hand.
If only I had Book of Moon, that would. I actually do have Book of Moon. I just never draw it. Swing in with the 11 and then the 18. Set 1 and 2, and that'll be all for my turn.
All right, and you have no cards in hand.
So you can get, yes, neither of those going to be Raigeki breaking anything right now.
All right,
I love my comment there. And now your desk koala is offline. What say you, Wolf?
I never pulled it.
I think I had two myself. I have to double check my polls to be sure.
I'll tell you later. Well, yeah, I just told you I wasn't running Des Koala.
Seriously, there are a ton of good flip monsters in Magician's Force.
And I'm still using Swords of Revealing Light. Pretty good spell card for this point in the game.
Yes, it is, and I still hate it with every fiber of my being.
You only hate it because it prevents you from winning. If you had it, you'd love it.
Yeah, exactly. Either way, though, just going to switch Desk Wall into defense and summon the 7-color fish. We can't really do much else right now.
Is my face down card 4-starred Ladybug of Doom?
Yes, it is actually. I think
Yeah, from what I remember, I think it is as well because I think I remember you killing Des Koala, not
I thought it
realizing
was
it was a
level
level
4.
3.
Yeah, it's so weird to see level 3 with 1800 defense at this point in the game. That's why I always think it's level 4. It's just like because it's just like it's an 1800 defense level 3 from the DM era. That's not very common.
How do you think we're gonna feel when we get to the Reigns era and you got like level 2s with 1500 attack?
Yeah, that's going to be a trip.
Your entire life is a lie.
I mean, when a man thinks
I'm
his
sorry.
koala is level 4, then he finds out it's not. But he thought it was for years. What happens? Like, what would you say about that? What else would
Well,
you
how do you
say?
think I felt when Mirage Knight doesn't split back into Dark Magician and Flame Swordsman?
Oh, that ain't good. You summon the amphibian beast, but had the ring of destruction waiting in the wings.
Yep, I've got 700 life points now. Though that's usually the amount of life points a protagonist has when they usually make a comeback.
And the vengeful
That or
box.
something lower.
But yeah, I still want to see you get below 50 life points and survive that, like I did that one. Like I get to like survive on like 50 life points, like I did that one time.
Nah, I tell you what, if I pull Relay Soul, I'll try to win with zero.
That's not how TCG Relay Soul works.
I know. Just let me have this.
By the way, I think this is the episode where I really started going in on the burn strats.
Which is well, considering we're not too far from
I do have the Fisher though.
where was Magic Drain?
Not in your back row. Also, what were you saying? I think you cut out for a minute there.
I was saying where was my Magic Drain?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't think I said anything else.
You do have the Dark Core though. You just really want to keep this panned off.
Yes.
But the swords are gone. Oh, there was your magic train. You top decked it.
Well, I mean, I may not have had like, and now we're in a top deck war of who can draw a monster first.
Well, I have the Upstart Goblin.
Hey, that gives me 1,000 life points. So even if you draw a monster, I'm pretty sure I can survive. Well, also I have Vengeful Bog Spirit on board, so even if we draw a monster, we can attack with it.
Yep. Got the Exiled Force.
Like that's gonna do you any good when you can't use it and you can't attack.
Yeah, but if you summon something, I just get to blow it up immediately. I think that was my thought process there. It's just like, well, this kind of forces him into an awkward position. So either has to sacrifice something or just take 1,000 damage next turn.
Yeah, that is a good point. Yeah.
I think that was what I was thinking there. I'm just like, I have to force him to have something or he'll just take 1,000 damage. That is annoying, though. You have the Sandgun.
Yeah, so you can either tribute off and kill my Sangam, but even if you do that, I get a search.
Or I could switch it to defense mode. Or summon Jinzo. That works too.
Well, yeah, but now you can't kill Sangam.
Yeah, but then again, if I kill it, you just get something else anyway, so I don't think I want that happening.
That's fair. Yeah, just get Cyberjar. That'll clear that up real quick.
Yeah, that it would.
I think I got rid of Dark Door because I realized that just was not gonna work for me.
It wasn't working for either of us. It's just like I hate it, you hate it, everybody hates it.
Vengeful Bog Spirit isn't too bad though.
No, it is not. It does drag out games a while though.
It does. Not as much as Cyberjar, but yes, it does.
Yeah, it's fair. It's just like Spider Jar's like basically a complete reset. I actually don't remember when that got banned. I know it wasn't in like
I
2000. I think it was like at least 2006. I was checking the 2004 and 5 list the other day, and I don't remember seeing it there.
well, I can tell you this for a fact. It's at least it's never coming off the ban list, unlike a certain other jar. Cyberjar apparently came off the ban list recently, so that's cool.
That it did, and that wolf can torture me with that whenever we duel normally.
Do we ever duel normally?
No, no, we do not. Got the Fiend Mega Cyber. He ain't bad.
Yeah, he can't attack though.
I mean, he could, but it's just like, why would you put that in attack mode while I have Jinzo on the field?
No, I mean he literally couldn't attack anyway
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's
because
just like you could have summoned him in attack mode and tried to wait out another turn, but just like the Jinzo on board and just that back for not doing anything, it's just like there's no point in it.
unless I get like my own rush recklessly.
Unfortunately, you do have the old Vindictive Magician though, so that is going to clean up the Jinzo.
Bye, Jinzo.
What do I even have
I
face down? I
wonder.
legitimately don't remember what that set is that I have over there.
I I actually wonder who decided that Jinzo's like TCG name would be Jinzo because
I think
I'll be honest,
it just means artificial, doesn't it? Like in Japanese.
well in in Japanese his name is like Android Psycho Shocker, which honestly sounds
Attack
way
name.
cooler than Jinzo. Don't get
Wait,
me wrong, Jinzo's
I thought Android's
unique.
not. I thought Android Psycho Shocker was his attack name.
No, his attack name the attack name is Cyber Energy Shock.
Might be actually.
I I've seen the stuff.
Uh,
Stuff is good.
yeah, I've seen both versions. Just like sometimes it just get crossed in my head because of how much of the anime I've watched.
And you're very happy that Spy has to flip up and face up attack
Yes, I am.
or
That's
or
great.
face up, not in attack. I don't know why I put attack in there, but it does force it to flip.
Did you ever get?
It does that, so I can't like guard or anything.
And that is very scary. You have an entire wall up there.
Nah, wall is for defense. I consider this my front line.
Works for me.
I don't know. I made that off the top of my head, but I'm just like, wall to me seems like defense because you're trying to defend from the others. That's the point of building a wall. All right, and now we're going to attack into things.
Yep. Zombie looks like he may get the clean hit. I have to find out though.
I mean,
I do have
on
the fairy
attack
box.
declaration. Not again.
Oh, I have double fairy box. Okay.
Oh, frick me.
Yeah, if that is anything, if that is an Opticlops, you are dead. Opticlops has exactly 1700. Wolf has never seen such
Wolf,
wool before. Got the heads right off the bat. So that is going to drop Zombie to 0.
what is it?
It's Opticlops.
Yep, so I just lose.
Yeah, it's the exact game.
That is exact game. I like how you even called it too. Like if that's an Opticlops, you're dead.
Yeah, because I seem to remember that just being Opticlops, but I wasn't entirely sure.
Hey, still, like looking back on it, hey, you got me. That was very good play. That was a very good play. But yeah, I mean, I think I had a lot of fun with this set. Wouldn't you say?
Yeah, we got the Gravekeeper's Guard and the Gravity Bind.
Don't know why gravity bind.
I think you mentioned
Like,
that it, like in the end of the, it's like in the chat after the game, it's just like you were just so focused on trying to counter it, you didn't really consider the fact you didn't have a way to get rid of it afterwards, which is why I wasn't playing Gravity Bind.
yeah. And but we're on to round three.
Yep.
It's nice when we have round threes.
Yeah, I like it. It's pretty good. Got the Upstart Goblin off the bat.
Always good. Always good. I have 9,000 life points.
I actually have the Imperm.
And
You've got to make sure we don't have cards from the
where you
future.
where are you getting an imperm in 2000? What is this? 2004, 2005?
Oh, I remember this. It's Upstart Goblin.
And then you say, "I'm sorry, I'm so
Into Wave
sorry."
Motion Cannon.
But why'd you say, "I'm sorry, I'm so sorry" like that? Were you
Well,
trying to like do an impression of David Tennant?
no, I was just like, Wolf, I'm sorry, I got the Wave Motion Cannon right off the top there.
And you hit me with the secret barrel for
That I did.
1200 damage.
I mean, I got 3 of them. Might as well use them.
This, yeah, so I've got to find out a way to keep your secret barrel offline.
Yeah, either
Well,
we got the
that's pretty
swords
good
into the
for me.
guard. Thankfully for me, though,
Always
guard
good.
is just a bit more beefy than the Hane Hanes I used to use. Actually, Hane Hane would have been
Indeed,
awful
it
right
is.
here. Would have had to bounce himself, which would not have ended well for me.
Yeah,
Place the
it would
counter
not
on.
have.
Place the counter on the wave motion cannon.
Honest question though. What do you think is better? Bouncing opponents' monsters back to hand or just destroying them altogether?
Yeah, I think it's kind of a case by case basis. If it's something like Jinzo, like I'd rather destroy. If it's like say Vampire, where it's just like that thing's better off in the hand. If you destroy it by a card effect, just can come back anyway.
That's true.
I think it's more
Also,
like a case by
like
case basis, personally.
I'm just remembering like a discussion I had in the Discord server at one point. We were like, because I pulled up Blue Eyes Shining Dragon because of like how in the original movie
Insane.
that thing just had like an absurd amount of effects. But when you actually Google what the effects are, you're like, wait a minute. I could literally just bounce this back with Neospatian Grand Mole.
I do have the. I tossed the Opticlops, so you know what that means?
Source of being lighter
Nope,
gone.
Jirai Gumo time.
Yeah, rule of MG is a mad lad would say that you have to do this. You don't lose half your life, but do I have anything that can stop Jirai Gumo?
Yeah, you had the 4-star Lady Doom, which was annoying for me.
Yeah, because it killed everything.
Yeah, it's like I think my thought process was though, it's just like, well, it's like if that's a 4-star Lady Doom and I know almost something, I'm losing it anyway, so might as well go all in.
I regret nothing.
Exactly.
Even dueling me?
No, I do not regret that at all. Unfortunately, though, I'm gonna
Well,
have to figure out some way to survive long enough for this wave motion cannon to charge up.
did
Yeah, I forgot to put a counter on it. Don't worry, I got
I'm
used to
glad
that.
I'm
Yeah, don't worry about it. I'm way better about that than I'm about paying for Fairy Box.
gonna pay for Fairy Box.
Yes, but it's only gonna be during your standby phases because I forget to do it in mine. Got the pot of greed.
Which is better than Upstart Goblin.
I do have the ring of destruction though.
Yeah, so okay, you're just gonna blow up my hysteric fairy.
Yes, but I don't want you tributing something that like a Genzo or something because then my ring of destruction would just be offline anyway. Oh, you got something apparently. Oh, you got the Book of Moon.
Yeah, I'm gonna book of moon my own hysteric fairy because yeah, ring of destruction has to target a face up monster, so like hysteric fairy gets saved. I can't flip it back up, I don't think. So
Pretty. Actually, I don't remember if you can or not. I'd
and
have to check that later.
now then, pot of greed.
Now, if only I had an accumulated fortune face down.
Okay, I set a back row. Am I gonna play anything in attack mode? No, I'm just gonna set another card. Why?
Well, if
Okay, I get
you're
that
giving
it
the
might.
cannon time to charge up, and I forget to put another counter on it.
Yes, and you only have one card in hand, so why am I afraid of you top decking into something?
Wolf, my top decks can be scary sometimes. You know this.
but I have back row.
Yeah, exactly.
You act like I don't have torrential tribute in this deck
I
or
mean, this one
magic
torrential tribute
drain.
would just hurt you more than that. Oh, that's why you said a card. It's Magician of Faith.
Okay, actually, yeah, that gives me even more advantage.
Yes, it does. This feels blatantly unfair at this point.
Hey, you did this to me before, and you did it illegally because Royal Command was on field.
Yes, I did. I do remember that.
Don't talk to me about unfair.
I mean, you didn't have two cards on field, nothing in hand when I did it. Also, Wolf, if you're not playing a Morphage come Master Rules 3, I'm quitting the series.
If I don't play a Morphage,
Yes.
is a Morphage related to the Seven Deadly Sins or something?
Yes, it is. That's what they're themed around. They're also terrible. It's not terrible,
No
but
thanks.
they got murdered by MR4. I'll tell you that. Because like, they basically rely on tributing monsters during the standby phases to keep their pendulum scales. With only one thing from the extract per turn, that does not work out well for them anymore.
Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna do that. If it was a deck based on the Seven Heavenly Virtues, then maybe I'd do it. But Seven Deadly Sins, nah.
You do have the right guy break
Oh,
for the
someone
wave
has
motion
got a
cannon.
byway motion cannon.
Yeah, unfortunately, it's not a quick effect, so I can't blast you for 3,800 for 4,000.
Not that it would kill me, but I'd rather take no damage than a lot of damage.
Sounds reasonable.
Now,
Oh,
what
you
am
got the
I gonna
merchant
do? Merchant can merch.
for the first time in the series. Actually, we're even still on Magical Merchant because I don't remember you playing it in either Dark Crisis or Invasion of Chaos.
I might. I think I still am.
So it's like my Book of
I
Moon.
think
That
I
you have it, you just never draw it.
of all the cards to get off a magical merchant. Why did it have to be bait doll?
I mean, hey, that might be a Solemn Judgment. Okay, never mind. It's not a Solemn Judgment. I accidentally moused over both my face downs there.
And even if it was, I want to say we were entirely wrong about the way bait doll works on Solemn Judgment. We
Yeah,
apologize.
yeah,
We
I brought
apologize for that.
yeah, I brought that up, and we were recording like before we recorded Legacy of Darkness. I'm just like, yeah, it's not, or actually, no, yeah, what is Legacy of Darkness? I'm just like, yeah, no, it's not how that works. It was the rush recklessly, however, so the bait doll does not destroy it.
Yep, but now I know what your back row is.
Yes, you
And I'm
do.
shuffling 3 times for good measure. It's a force of habit, y'all. That's just what I do. I think 3 is the limit, though. I don't want to go past that.
I mean, hey, you want to make sure it doesn't end up right back on top of your deck because DB can be weird like that sometimes.
And I hit your Sangam.
That you did.
It's gonna get you a search.
Probably the fiber jar, knowing me.
I will kill your fiber jar before you even get a chance to use it.
You only have one Raigeki break.
Royal Command.
I don't think you're even still on that at this point. If you are, then yeah, that could be problematic for me.
Look, I'm just saying, no fiber jar.
Oh, a Spirit Reaper.
Oh, you're gonna get the most invincible thing.
He's not bad.
I think I made a stupid decision here because I realized as I was going through this, like how easy it would have been to just kill your Spirit Reaper if I would have been smart.
Spirit Reaper is kind of weird as a card, honestly. It's just it's like how many other cards do you know that just destroy themselves when they get targeted by something?
Well, I don't know about cars, but I know I feel destroyed every time I get targeted by something,
I
which is
did
a lot.
I did not summon the Spirit Reaper though. I just went with the Sky Scouts.
Should we call him Harpy's brother for this point?
I'm gonna get confused if we do that, so I'd just rather keep saying Sky Scout for now.
Fair enough. It's also the thing with Toad Slime instead of Frog the Jam.
Yeah, just like because it's like if I start like it's like I'm just so used to saying Sky Scout at this point. It's just like it'd be hard for me to constantly switch over based on how much point in the game we're at.
All right, so I know your face down is Rush recklessly. So if I try and attack in with Hysteric Fairy, you're just gonna use it to save your Sky Scout.
Well, I think this is the
Granted that
episode.
well, but I think I knew what I was doing here.
Yeah, I think you have your arm rush recklessly. That or I just like you were like trying to like bait it out of me. I don't remember for
Yeah,
sure
I
which one
was
it was.
either I had my own or I was trying to bait you out of it.
And I just take the hit because I don't think I've. I think it's my mindset was I'm just not very confident about my chances of winning at this point, so I figured I'd just like wait it out and see what happens. If you can't kill the Spirit Reaper, I'm good for a few turns.
Fair enough.
I think I just didn't want to like waste it at this point. I was just like I'm just gonna wait and see what happens.
Let's get paralyzing potion out. Paralyzing potion would do the job. Tell me I'm wrong.
It would. It's kind of weird how like Simo and Gage never used that one. Honestly, at least I think it is. With like how much we used it.
Yeah. I wonder if
Maybe it's
Paul
because
and Alec ever use it.
I mean maybe it's just because like it's like they ended up well maybe it's because they ended up with like more stable, so it just like wasn't as necessary for them because like Simo had like Raigeki, Gage had Dark Hole, like they had Snatch Steel, Pot of unlike well, not Pot of Greed, like Heavy Storm. There's
Yeah, that's actually why I brought up to you the idea of like the ban list kind of thing because it's interesting to see what decks would be like if those cards never would have gotten banned and still would have been in use today. But at the same time,
It's just like that
it's
also
like,
just kind of dramatically spikes the deck's power level when you have access to stuff like Pot of Greed, like alongside Pot of Prosperity, for example.
yeah, not to mention the whole point of it being a quote unquote progression series is that you see how Yu Gi Oh! Progressed over the years. If you just eliminate the ban list entirely and keep those banned cards, that doesn't accurately reflect how Yu Gi Oh! Progressed because it's like, yeah, no, imagine using Pot of Greed, Snatch Steal, Confiscation, Painful Choice in Link format.
I don't want to imagine Painful Choice in Link format. That would be terrifying.
Yeah, so now you understand. Now I think, and now that I'm thinking about it, yeah, that it makes sense. We should definitely. So that is something we will do before we record the next episode, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah,
Mega and I are going to try and talk about a ban list.
yeah. Fun fact: if we adopt the actual historical ban list, that means we're not the first ban cards are going to be in the Soul of the Duelist, which is the 12th set,
Okay, well
because
then
the
at
Forbidden
least
List
that
came
means
into effect on October 1st, 2004.
all right. Well, at the very least, that means we get to use like these cards a little bit longer.
Yeah,
Like so,
I will tell you that you have to take out one each of your Sengens and Witches because those were limited for a while, and those were limited by this point.
that's fair. I mean, I'm not against that. Like, I think I'm only running like two of them anyway.
Yeah, it's like, and I'm not gonna have to make any changes. So I didn't give more than one of anything that's on the limited list anyway.
Well, yeah. I mean, we may both have to get rid of Pot of Greed though. So
Uh,
rip Pot of Greed.
yeah, that's gonna be in like, I believe that was actually one of the first cards banned. So that's gonna be in Soul of the Duelist, I believe.
Yeah. So of course we will. At the end of that episode, we will say goodbye forever to Pot of Greed because, as we all know, it's never coming off the ban list.
I remember Logan said the other day that like it's like he like wondered if like Pot of Grief was ever going to come off, and like he Maliku and Bosman all got like this big debate over like and Bane all got like this big debate over like the viability of Pot of Grief versus something like Prosperity.
Hmm. Well, to be fair, Pot of Prosper Pot of Prosperity. That's the one that banishes 10 from or banishes like 10 cards from your deck, right?
No, like Pot of Prosperity is the one that like vanishes like I think it's 3 to 6 random cards from your extra deck. It's like then you
Oh,
reveal
right.
then
I
you're
was
like
thinking of Pot of Instruction. My bad.
yeah, it's like then like the way Prosperity works, like you reveal like the top 6 cards, the top number of cards off the top of your deck equals what you banish from your extra deck. Then pick one and put it in your hand.
Oh, I'm guessing pick two if you banish
Well, no,
six.
Extravagance is the extract banishing one. The one you're thinking of vanishes 10 from the main deck is Desires.
Ah, right. There's so many cards that have tried to replicate Pot of Greed over the years.
They
Pot
just
of
get kind of
Avarice,
crossed sometimes.
Pot of Generosity.
Like or Moray of Greed.
Well, that one only works with water.
Yeah, but it's just like
Allure of Darkness isn't too bad, I guess. It's not really a pot card, but you get what I mean.
yeah, there's like Common Charity, which is basically Allure of Darkness, but for normal monsters.
See, what I should have done is targeted your Spirit Reaper there with that Rush Recklessly.
Yes, you should have. And yes, this is
That would
the
have killed
episode. Wolf, get ready for it.
it. I know what you're referring to. I also know this is the only episode you did that in.
Yes, this is why it's going to go down in history in the progression series because of the just ridiculousness of this last turn here.
Question is, can Wolf kill Spirit Reaper? Why am I talking about myself in third person?
Also, yeah, you do catch yourself there. You said if you would have targeted Reaper, it would have killed it.
Yeah, because if you literally target the Reaper with anything, it dies.
Yeah, that's what makes it not as good as, say, Marshmallow. And also, Marshmallow inflicts burn damage. Uh, here,
Marshmallow!
here comes my final gambit. In the dark hole. Unfortunately, you had the magic train, though.
I should have let it go through. I really should have just let it go through.
I mean, we wouldn't have this epic ending otherwise.
Literally no disadvantage in letting it go through. Because you play Dark Hole, yeah, you wipe out my board, but you wipe out your Spirit Reaper as well.
Yeah, pretty much. I was just like, you know what? Just gonna try it. If it doesn't work, I'm doing this. Switch Spirit Reaper to attack mode. Swing into the Mega Cyber.
This has got to be one of the most unbelievable things
And then
you have
rush
done.
recklessly with Mega Cyber.
I like it how you just were like, you just got to the point where, like, yeah, I'm not winning. Forget it. I'm going out by my own rules and I'll just kill myself.
This is actually my favorite episode of the progression series, just for like so far, just for this moment, just where I just kill myself with Spirit Reaper and rush recklessly.
I think this is one of my favorites so far as well, just because of the really good back and forths we had. And like, This last game really could have gone either way. If I would have been smart, I could have won this easily a little bit earlier.
Yeah, it's like either way though, that will be the end of this last game here. And yeah,
Yeah,
this is why I just didn't bother using the rush recklessly on my sky scouts. Once that died, I'm just like, you know what? If I can't win next turn, I'm killing myself by crashing into something with rush recklessly. Oh, you did have royal command, so even if I
and
had
I
the
still
fiber
have
jar, it
Royal
wouldn't have done me.
Command.
See if I had fiber
Yeah, if
jar,
you
you
would have tried to cyber Royal Command, get good.
yeah, it's like in hindsight, picking the Spirit Reaper was the better choice there.
Yeah, Spirit Reaper is indeed the better choice.
It's like fiber jar is good, but it's just like when your opponent flips royal command, it's like when we don't have anything that can get rid of face up ST aside from the swarm of locusts I have, it's just like, oh yeah, that's bad.
Is there a cow
What?
outside my house? I was hearing a loud noise.
I'm not sure.
You can cut this out or whatever. Anyway, that should do it for this episode of our progression series, Magician's Force.
Yep,
Magician's Force is going. Yeah, Magician's Force was a good one. I believe here we're revealing some of the better cards we have.
yep. I got the Desqualas as, of course, like so. Oh, I got. Did I get three? I don't remember that. I thought I only had two. I don't know why I said a
You said
playset.
right there you got a playset of koalas. Right, you were only running two, but you had
That
yeah.
might
And
have
I'm
been
just
it.
like, I didn't get one koala.
Chumway just did not like you today, I suppose.
What is his name? I cannot remember his Japanese name.
Hayato.
Probably because he was gone so soon and didn't really do anything.
His Japanese name was Hayato.
Ah, Hayato. I thought it started with H. That makes sense.
I did
All
get
right, I
all
must
three
have
secret
underestimated.
barrels. I'm just digging through for the last one here. And a second wave motion cannon. When Okay, yeah, the fly secret barrel's right there, but I did get a second wave motion cannon.
And here's where I get scared of everything. Honestly, going forward, I'm just afraid of what's going to happen.
I
You
think
have too many.
magical merchant is about the only thing you got in the set that you didn't use here, right? Or like the only thing that you didn't already use that you were going to show me.
Yeah, like the only thing I really got was like magical merchant and the old vindictive magician, because despite the fact I was so excited because I was like, all right, I got dark magician turn one. That's the hardest, like first set. That's the hardest thing to do. All right, let's get the dark magician support cards.
I don't think you
I got
pulled any
miracle
of them, did you?
restoring. But that's gonna do anything. I got miracle restoring. No magician girl. No buster blader. No paladin.
Not even the skilled dark, huh?
Wait, Skill Dark released in this set? Yeah, no, I didn't get him
No,
either.
I don't think so. I'd have to check that. But I mean, you mentioned
Yeah,
miracle restoring,
I
so I'd
was
assume it
like,
was a thing already.
yeah, no, Miracle Restoring was a thing in this set from what I remember, but like, cause it's like remove two spell counters, like
Okay,
special summon.
skilled dark was in Dark Revelation Volume 1, which we're not going to be getting here. Oh, he was a magician's force number. He was a super rare. Yeah, the North American release of Magician's Force did have skilled dark
Support.
magician in it.
Well, maybe I'll be maybe things will be better with when we get to the 2016 sets. Gonna get
Like post
Elon High.
DSOD.
Wait, what?
I said like post Dark Side of Dimensions because I remember that's when Konami really started like ramping up the Dark Magician and Blue Eye support.
Yeah, like because I know in 2016, I'm pretty sure it was the Blue Eyes deck that actually like topped YCS.
Yeah, but it came out in like Shining Victories, and Konami just like murdered the rest of the ban list at that point. So people were just like, yeah, why not?
Yeah, Blue Eyes honestly has just really gotten good support over the years. Well,
Uh,
not like meta defining, but like Well, except in 2016, as I just said.
Because they
But
got Blue Eye Spirit Dragon, which is literally just pendulum hate the card.
I feel like Blue Eyes like is just much more meta playable than Dark Magician. Like that's always been the thing.
Oh, and here I say I actually did get Dark Paladin, but I don't have either of its fusion materials, so I'm just not running it. There's no point.
Want to trade?
I mean, even if we did, you'd still have no Buster Blader.
Should that be a thing we introduce? Should we introduce like a trading system? Like we can trade cards with each other to try and get better deals?
Yeah, I've thought about that, but I'm not actually sure how that would work in practice. It's just like I don't know. What might have to discuss that when we're going over the further rule revisions.
We'll probably have to think about this a little bit.
Wolf, you're breaking up again.
I think I got farther away from the mic. I'm right here.
Oh,
All
okay.
right. Well, anyway, everybody, I think it's about time that we say that does it for this episode of the Shadow Realm Progression Series. Please join us next time for the next set.
And the final episode of the Progression Series DX, Dark Crisis.
Yes, Dark Crisis. And soon we will see you in Invasion of Chaos.
See ya.
Turn end.